Do you want to learn how to do epoxy floor for your semi truck? So today's the day and this is the video for it. How are you guys? Welcome back to your favorite channel, Fldlife, where we talk about trucks, customizing trucks, everything related to semi trucks. And today, finally guys, you've been asking for this video because I have many videos showing you how to do epoxy floor. They're all in Spanish. So today I'm taking the time, I'm doing this floor, and I'm gonna do you a version step by step so you can learn, so you can do it yourself at home. So let's go straight to the point. So we got the floor already pre-cut. This for Fldlife FLD 120 material. The material we're using, I'm gonna tell you the reason why we're using this kind of material. This is PVC sheet. I buy them at Home Depot. Is 1/2 inch thick by 4 feet by 8 by 1/2 inch thick. Why we use this kind of material? Well, because the epoxy sticks very good to it, and this has, obviously, you know, all the weather resistance. As you guys know, if you're familiar with these trucks, right here on the passenger side, they do leak a lot of water from the AC, the condenser. It's right here, this area. So if you use any wood, plywood, or anything related, is gonna get ruined very easy. So that's the reason. That's the stuff we use. I already pre-cut it. I'm gonna show you how to do it. First of all, I'm gonna explain to you the different ways that you can actually do it to see which one is more convenient for you. I want to clarify that this is the way I do it. By any means that everybody does it the same way, because I know most people won't do it this way, but I've been doing it this way because I like quality work, and it has worked perfectly. So here we have 3 different samples. This is like the most I would say easy to do. We have here a second one, and here we have a third one. Let me tell you the difference between all of them. This one is as I said, is the most classic way to do it, where you actually pour the pearls into the epoxy, so you get those crazy veins like marble kind of. First coat, and then the second coat, you just top it off to make it, you know, flat and even, and you put the glitter on it, so you get like a little bit of glitter on the top layer. It'll sink down, and then you will get this effect. The number 2, which is one that many people like, if you don't like this kind of pattern, if you want like a flat, like an even color on all your floor, this is the other way, which you have to actually paint the entire surface as if you were painting a car. You know, you base coat, clear coat, the whole 9 yards. So you're gonna put glitter, whatever you want to put, patterns, you name it, and then you just top it off with clear epoxy, and this is the effect you get. Number 3, this is the number 3. This is the one we're doing right here because I kind of like the way it came out. It's the first time I tried it like that, and I loved it. So we're gonna do this like this, and I'm gonna tell you how it gets done. This is the number 3. This is pretty much kind of mixing these 2 ways to do it together, which is painting first, put it on the glitter, and then top it with a top coat. But on the top coat that is clear, you put the veins, so you get that 3-dimensional look. I don't know if the camera can actually catch it. These pieces are dirty because I had it, like, you know, just laying around, but you can actually see. I don't know, you guys can actually see. You get like those like 3-dimensional patterns, and I loved it. Plus you get like the even flake. It looks like nice and even all over the place. If you've been following my channel, you realize that this is the color that I did for an FLD like 3 months ago, where I was supposed to do this floor since then, but I haven't had the chance. The client has been so patient with me. He's working with the truck, but it's the time to do it. So I don't know if you got it clear, like the ways to do it. I'm gonna show you the pearls that I use, so you can actually you know, if you wanna test them out or try or do whatever. This is the brand I use, Eye Candy. You can look them up on Instagram. Here's their info. I don't know if you can actually read it. It's eyecandypigments.com. They're on Instagram. These are the pearls I use. As I said, you just mix it with the epoxy, and you just pour it. Since you pretty much know the process, I'm gonna try to link like the other videos, even though they're not in English, so you can see when I'm actually doing the process of doing this kind, which is pretty cool if you like that kind of pattern. Couple notes: the more pearl that you put into the epoxy, the better it covers, and you gotta put kind of plenty, because this is what covers the white. So you have to put plenty of the epoxy, and then if you want to get the veins, you just mix a little bit, like on the side. Once you put this first color, then you do the pattern. I hope you understand. I really hope you understand. I'm gonna try to do a video when I get to this process. I'm gonna, as I said, on this one's gonna be a little different, so we're almost ready to start. I kind of feel that this video is gonna be kind of confused because I don't know, my English is not very good. If you don't practice it, it kind of get lost. So I'm trying to catch it, and the other thing, the process as well. Once you got the PVC already cut out, as you can see, I already cut it, sand it down a little bit so you can get the shine off, because it'll be like kind of shiny. I did with 400 grit sanded. I'm gonna clean it up right now, and I'm gonna start prepping for paint. You need to spray before you do any kind of paint. Adhesion promoter, any brand will work. So you use it light, spray paint it on top of the PVC board, and then you let it dry for a bit, and then you're ready to paint. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna put the adhesive promoter, and then we'll be ready to rock. All right, so we are here on the materials. We are not getting onto the epoxy yet. We're using white paint, which I think this is they call it the super white 2. That's what it's called. It's for Toyotas. That's the one I'll be using on my white bunny, because it's really easy to get. You just go and tell them, man, I want the super white 2 for Toyotas, and they already know the formula. So we're using that. Just regular paint. We're using clear coat. This is the one I'm using, the matrix for the top coat, and we're using this product, which is the specialty for doing flakes, mixer binder. What mixer binder is pretty much like paint, but it's clear. This is just clear paint, no clear coat, clear paint, and you just mix it with whatever you want. Here are the leftovers of the flakes. They kind of last a lot, so with this bottle I'll be able to do the whole truck. I already spent the rest on the rest of the truck, so that should be enough to do the floor. So when you do it, just read your paint recommendations. This goes 2-to-1. That makes it 2 parts of paint with a 1 part of reducer. Since we're doing like a light coat, I'm gonna put a little bit more of reducer. Let's not forget, before we paint, we gotta put this product, which is adhesion promoter and tie coat. So that's it. Let me get to work. All right, guys, very important. So before we start, we obviously have to clean up the area. Once the area is being cleaned up, you have to get the floor wet so any left particles won't fly over your brand new, paint job. And obviously clean up all the boards before you start spraying the adhesive promoter. So that's what I'm doing right here. Make sure that you do very good job. So we got it clean, guys. Today, as I told you, we're using adhesion promoter. I have to change the brand because the other bottle is not complete, and this one is complete, even though it doesn't look like it, but it's complete. So let's do that, and let's continue. We're going to put a lot on the edges. Let's just start on the edges first. We gotta help it get better adhesion on the edges, and then we do the edges, then we do the whole sheets. Now that we did the edges, now we do the whole thing. Okay guys, so the adhesion promoter is kind of finished. You see it's got some shine. Eventually it's gonna kind of dry a little bit and get a little bit more even. But yeah, it's pretty much ready, and you don't have to wait much. I guess we just let it sit for like 10-15 minutes, and then we should be able to go back to paint. You're gonna need these kind of cups. They're called mixing cups. This is like, I will say, very good for when you're doing paint. But like if you do epoxy, you need like the huge one, like 2-gallon one. Let me check. The 5 quarts. This is the one that you need for epoxy. I bought this on Amazon in bulk, but it's something that you need to know. You're gonna need these. So this is the paint. We are obviously mixing it before you use it. We're gonna do the whole cup. That should be enough for this project. Paint is ready. It's been mixed. You gotta pour it into there and thin it. Turn on the compressor. Check that the gun is clean, which I always leave it clean, but double check and start painting. And a little bit more. So that should be enough. We gotta mix it. We're using the same I used to mix the paint. Don't matter much. Mix it, and this paint should be ready to paint. Okay guys, so the white base coat is ready. You can actually see that it looks really nice and even. We even did these pieces. I guess they came out okay. So now I'm gonna prep the binder, the one I told you with the flakes. It's pretty much the same. You have to reduce it just the same as paint, and you gotta add the actual flakes in it. So I'm gonna try to put as many as I can. So maybe I can do it in one coat. So a brand new cup. And if you're doing this, you are going to need a lot of cups, a lot of paint sticks, a lot of supplies. It's just clear paint. That's all it is. It's no clear coat, it's clear paint. Okay guys, so here we are. We have 3 3/4. 2 to 1 will be 3 3/4, almost hitting the 4th. So we gotta go up to here with the reducer. Okay, almost hitting the 4th. All right, let's go to the 4th right there. Let's get the paint stirrer, and then we're gonna add the flakes in it. The way I do it, I just add a little bit of flakes and then mix it, and then see once it's completely mixed. You see there is still like chunks of flakes, so you gotta mix it like really good. But this one I really want it like to be really flaky, so we add in a lot of flakes, and trust me, there still will be some left. You see how it's turning bluish because the flake is white with a blue shine. And I don't know, I think it's still one more, but let me sure it gets mixed properly. We got this ready. So now I got my mask on. I forgot to mention, guys, just pour the flake mix straight into the paint gun. Otherwise, if you use one of those cones, the flakes will stay in the cone. So here we are ready to rock. Let's go. Unfortunately, guys, I ran out of battery on my GoPro while I was turning the flakes. All I did was go over with 3 coats until I ran out of flakes. From far away, medium pressure. If you got any more questions, let me know. Hit me up in the comments and I'll answer your questions. Thanks. Okay guys, so the flake is finished. It's really hard to tell because this flake is kind of invisible until you put the clear coat. Now we gotta do the clear coat, and we gotta do it as soon as possible so everything works as it should. So I'm gonna make some clear coat, start throwing it. Let's clean up the gun too, don't forget, in between. So here we are throwing our first coat of clear coat around 6 inches away from the board, high volume, high pressure, and kind of look on the side to be able to see the shine where the clear coat is laying on the board. Alright guys, so first coat is done. I actually went overboard with the flakes. They should be covered right now. Oh my god, but this is gonna get kind of complicated because I think I put too many. Even with a thick coat, if you see all these bubbles, that's flakes that still need to get covered. But anyways, I mean, we'll get to it. The only thing that it's gonna here you can actually see slightly how it's gonna look. So we get to it eventually. It's just, you know, more material and more work. I was expecting to do one coat and be able to just let it sit and be able to do the epoxy tomorrow, because the more coats you do, the longer it takes to dry. So yeah, it is what it is. 2 coats. Let's do 2 coats and see how it looks with 2 coats, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna just wait a little bit, like 15 minutes to do second coat, and that's it. Let's just wait a little bit, and don't do what I did. I had to take the mask off. That mask is just, it's got a lot of overspray. I couldn't see much. I really needed to see how the clear coat is going, because that's the most critical thing. But don't do what I do. Here it's all open up, so it's not like I'm bringing just pure clear coat, but don't do what I do. Alright guys, so this is it for today. I didn't record the whole thing, but let me tell you, we did 3 coats on the sheets. I would say 90% of the flakes are covered up. I can do more coats, but it's gonna be covered with clear coat. With epoxy. And eventually all the flakes will be covered up with epoxy. And the other reason I don't want to do another coat is because it's kind of chilly here in Miami, believe it or not. So the more coats you do, the longer it will take to actually dry with the weather we have right now. And but it's looking pretty good. I don't know, you can actually see the flakes. Yeah, you can barely tell. It's gonna look really nice. And also the other reason why I don't do another coat is because when it's getting late, like right now, mosquitoes come out and they stick into the paint, and I don't want that. It happened to me once with another epoxy I was doing. I did it and it was kind of late, so when I came back in the morning, it was like full of mosquitoes, so I had to sand it all down, and it's a lot of work. But yeah, it's looking good. I don't know, you can actually see. So to conclude today, that's it. I just wanted to tell you that this is the reason why nobody does it, or most people don't do it this way, because it takes time. If we had done it like the easy way, as I show you, we can call it done. Like we just had poured epoxy with the pearl in it, and then throwing the black to do the lines, the beads, or whatever you call it, and then let it dry, and that's it. I'm gonna try to when I do the second part, which it will be tomorrow, and you can see how it gets done like the regular way. So now that's it. This is for today. We just gotta let it dry, and tomorrow we continue doing the epoxy pour, which is, I guess, what you guys want to see. So nothing, I hope you guys enjoy the video, because it's kind of hard for me to do English, the English version, but since many of you ask, I said I guess I'll do it. So now I'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support.